Alex, I want you to answer one question without thinking too much.
That already sounds dangerous.
It's simple. Tell me something about yourself.
Something about myself?
Anything.
Okay, I work in marketing.
I know.
I'm from Seattle.
I know that too.
I like movies.
Also not exactly a surprise?
Sarah, those are perfectly normal things to say.
They are. I'm not saying they're wrong.
Then what's the problem?
You went straight to the safest facts.
Isn't that what most people do?
Probably. But 5 minutes ago you told me you always get to the airport ridiculously early because you're worried you'll miss your flight.
That's called being prepared.
3 hours early?
Very prepared.
See, that tells me something. You're careful, you like being on time, and maybe you worry a little more than you need to.
I don't know if I like this analysis.
But it tells me more about you than, I like movies.
Okay, fair point.
That's where this gets interesting. People don't only want facts, they want a sense of who you are.
But then I have the opposite problem. If I think about my job, hobbies, personality, family, habits, goals, there's suddenly too much to say.
And that's where many learners get stuck.
So one person says almost nothing.
I'm Alex. I work in marketing.
And another gives you their complete life story.
From childhood to last Tuesday.
With no break.
The real skill is choosing the right amount for the moment.
And that changes depending on who I'm talking to.
Right. A friend, a coworker, someone at a party, someone in a professional situation, they don't all need the same version of you.
So, tell me about yourself sounds like one question, but there isn't one perfect answer.
Exactly.
That explains why you can know the vocabulary and still freeze. You know the pieces, you just don't know which ones to use.
Or how to connect them naturally.
Which means, I work in marketing and I like movies, isn't going to save me today.
We're going to improve it.
I was afraid you'd say that.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Alex. Welcome to the Easy English Podcast from English Life Channel, where we practice clear, natural English through real conversations.
Today we're learning how to talk about yourself naturally. What to say, how much to say, and how to change your answer for different situations.
We'll focus mainly on B1 and B2 English, but the goal is simple. Sound like a real person, not a list of information.
And give the other person something they can respond to.
Good, because apparently I need more personality than I like movies.
You already gave us some.
The airport thing?
The airport thing.
I regret telling you that.
Too late.
All right. Can I try my first answer again?
Please.
I'm Alex. I work in marketing, and outside work, I'm really into movies and traveling. I'm pretty social, but I also enjoy quiet weekends at home.
Much better.
Because I connected the facts?
Yes. And because you gave me something I could respond to. For example, I could ask what kind of movies you like, where you've traveled, or why you enjoy quiet weekends.
So a good answer doesn't just finish the conversation.
Exactly. It gives the other person somewhere to go.
That's a useful rule.
And here's another one. Before you answer, silently ask yourself, how much does this person actually need to know?
Because sometimes we answer a simple question with our entire biography.
Yes. Someone says, so, what do you do? And 5 minutes later, we're discussing your childhood.
I've met people like that.
Have you been people like that?
I'm not answering that.
Fair enough.
So, how do I know whether I need a short answer or a longer one?
Let's test it. I'll give you 3 situations. Same basic question each time.
Go ahead.
Situation 1. You're standing in line for coffee. Someone you've just met says, so, what do you do?
Short answer, I work in marketing.
Good. Maybe one extra detail if it feels natural.
I work in marketing for a small technology company.
Perfect length. Now, situation 2. You're at a networking event and someone says, "Tell me a little about what you do."
I should probably give more.
Yes.
Maybe. I work in marketing for a technology company. I mainly focus on social media and online campaigns, and I've been doing that for about 3 years.
Nice. That's still concise, but now there's enough detail to start a professional conversation.
And situation 3?
Job interview. The interviewer says, "Tell me about yourself."
That's different because they don't only mean my name and job.
Right. They usually want a short professional story, where you are now, what relevant experience you have, and perhaps where you want to go next.
So I might say, I've been working in digital marketing for the past 3 years. I currently manage social media campaigns for a technology company, and before that I worked in customer service, which taught me a lot about understanding customers. I'm now looking for a role where I can take on more responsibility.
That's much stronger.
Same person, same general topic, different answer length.
Exactly.
I think that's the first big thing learners need. Stop looking for one perfect self-introduction.
Yes. Build several flexible versions instead.
A short version, a normal version, and a more detailed professional one?
That's a good starting point.
Could we give listeners a quick practice?
Absolutely. Think about your own work or studies. First, imagine someone asks casually, "What do you do?"
Keep your answer to one sentence.
"I work in customer service for an online company."
Or, "I'm studying business administration at university." Now make it slightly more conversational. Add one useful detail.
"I work in customer service for an online company, mostly helping customers through chat and email."
Or, "I'm studying business administration, and I'm especially interested in marketing." That second detail changes everything. Now the other person has something to ask about.
Exactly. And notice that we didn't add 5 facts. We added one relevant detail.
More value, not more information.
Well said.
Since we're already giving value, should we ask people to subscribe now?
Smooth transition.
I tried.
We'll keep it short. If this kind of practical English helps you, you can subscribe to English Life Channel. And while you listen, don't just collect phrases. Keep adapting them to your own life.
That's it. No 5-minute speech about the like button.
No speech.
I'm proud of us.
Then keep going. What would you say if someone asked where you're from?
My normal answer? I'm from Seattle.
Fine. And if you want one more useful detail?
I'm originally from Seattle, but I've been living in Chicago for a few years.
Good. Originally from is useful when where you're from and where you live now are different. And I grew up in works when childhood is the useful detail.
What about I'm based in Chicago?
That's useful in professional conversation. It tells people where you currently live or work, not where you were born.
So I still don't need my entire location history.
Please don't.
I was born here, moved there when I was 6, studied somewhere else, then...
You're building a documentary.
Point taken.
Choose the detail that matters. If they want more, they'll ask.
Work is similar, right?
Exactly. You can say, "I work as a designer," for the role, "I work in design," for the field, or "I work for a software company," for the company.
Role, field, company. Choose what matters.
And students can be specific too. "I'm studying computer science."
What if someone's between jobs?
Just describe the present situation. "I'm between jobs at the moment, so I'm focusing on improving my English."
So the rule stays the same. Relevant detail, not your whole biography.
Exactly.
Can I challenge something?
Please.
We keep talking about work, but socially, I don't always want my job to be the most important thing about me.
I agree.
Really? I expected resistance.
Why?
Because English lessons love the question, "What do you do?"
Fair point. In real life, sometimes work matters. Sometimes it doesn't. If you're talking to someone at a party, your hobbies or personality may create a better connection.
So if someone says, "Tell me a bit about yourself," I don't need to start with work.
No. You might say, "I'm originally from Turkey, and I've been living here for about 2 years. I'm really into photography, so on weekends, I'm usually somewhere outside with my camera."
That sounds like an actual person.
That's the idea.
Let's talk about personality, because that's where learners often become a list.
Show me.
I'm friendly, honest, hardworking, kind, responsible, patient, creative, organized, positive, and ambitious.
Are you applying to become a superhero?
Those are good qualities.
They are. But when you list many adjectives, none of them feels especially meaningful.
So what's better?
Choose 1 or 2 qualities and support them.
With examples?
Examples, habits, contrasts, or situations.
Give me a simple version first.
I'd say I'm quite organized. I like planning things in advance, especially when I'm busy.
Does arriving at the airport 3 hours early count as organized?
It counts as organized, with a little panic attached.
Haha, I'll take it.
Now another. I'm a little quiet at first, but once I get comfortable, I'm actually very talkative.
I like that because it shows 2 sides.
Right. Real people are rarely one adjective all the time.
What about a more nuanced version?
I tend to be quite calm under pressure, which is probably why people often come to me when something goes wrong.
That's useful. I tend to be means that's a usual pattern, but not always.
Right.
Another one.
I'm the kind of person who likes to understand how things work. If I don't understand something, I usually keep asking questions until it makes sense.
That's much more vivid than "I'm curious."
That gives the listener a much clearer picture.
So we have "I'd say I'm," "I tend to," and "I'm the kind of person who..."
And people often describe me as is useful when you want to mention how others see you.
Could positive descriptions sound like bragging?
They can. Softening helps. Instead of, "I'm an amazing leader," try, "I'd say one of my strengths is staying calm when a group needs to make a decision."
More believable.
Much more.
And for a weakness?
Be honest, then show what you're doing about it. I sometimes spend too much time checking details, so I'm working on making decisions more quickly.
So, "I'm working on" is useful beyond interviews too.
Definitely.
"I'm working on being more confident in meetings," or "I'm working on not checking my phone every 3 minutes."
That second one sounds urgent.
I knew you'd judge me.
Only slightly.
Let's give listeners a practice moment.
Think of one quality that is genuinely true for you.
Don't choose 10, just 1.
Here's one model. I'd say I'm quite patient, especially when I'm helping someone with a problem.
I like that because you didn't stop at patient. You added a situation.
Exactly. Give me another one.
I'm a little quiet when I first meet people, but once I feel comfortable, I become much more talkative.
Good. That one works, because it shows a contrast.
So listeners, choose one of those patterns and make it true for you.
Ziwenyu.
Right. I'm shy can sound too fixed. I'm a little shy when I first meet people feels more specific and more accurate.
That's the kind of development I want from you.
What, actual learning?
I was going to say nuance.
I'll take both. Wait, I do something similar with hobbies.
What do you mean?
Someone asks what I do for fun, and I say, "I like music."
And then?
You rescue the conversation with another question.
What could? But you've given me very little to work with.
So I should add something specific.
Yes, I'm really into live music. I go to small concerts whenever I get the chance.
Much easier. I can ask what kind of music you like or what concert you saw recently.
And now I have an easy follow-up.
So this is what you called an open-door answer.
Right. A dead-end answer gives the listener almost no direction. An open-door answer contains a detail that naturally invites curiosity.
Let's compare.
Dead end, I like cooking.
Open door. I've been getting more interested in cooking lately, especially simple Asian dishes.
Good. Now sports.
Dead end. I like sports.
Open door, I'm a big basketball fan, although I'm much better at watching it than playing it.
That gives you something to react to and shows a little personality.
Exactly. One more. Dead end, I read books.
Open door. I read quite a lot, mostly psychology and business books, although I'm trying to read more fiction this year.
Nice contrast. The improvement isn't advanced vocabulary, it's developing the idea.
What about I'm into...
Very natural in casual conversation. I'm really into photography, and I've recently gotten into hiking, shows a newer interest.
Could I say I'm passionate about?
Yes, but use it for something you genuinely care about. For everyday interests, I'm really into... Usually sounds lighter.
Got it.
Good. What about routines?
Another thing learners struggle with is talking about routine without sounding like a school exercise.
Show me the school version.
I wake up at 7, I eat breakfast, I go to work.
In normal conversation, you'd usually summarize the pattern. My weekdays are pretty busy. I start work around 9, and most evenings I either go to the gym or relax at home.
Much better.
And I tend to... Works well for habits. I tend to stay up too late on weekends.
Nice. Same structure we used for personality. New context.
That's how it starts becoming part of your real English.
I think I'm following.
Let's see. No notes. You meet someone new, and they ask where you're from.
I'm originally from Seattle, but I've been living in Chicago for a few years.
Then they ask what you're like.
I'd say I'm pretty social, but I also need quiet time now and then.
And what do you do for fun?
I'm really into movies and traveling. I especially like finding places I've never been before.
3 questions. 3 answers. I didn't give you the sentences.
Wait, you're right.
That's progress. You're starting to pull the language back when the situation appears.
Okay, make it harder. Make me use it at work.
All right. I'm your new manager. We haven't met before. Alex, nice to meet you. Tell me a little about yourself.
Sure. I've been working in digital marketing for about 3 years, mainly focusing on social media and online campaigns. Before that, I worked in customer service, so I'm especially interested in understanding what customers actually respond to.
Good.
I left out movies.
Why?
Because they're not relevant yet.
Excellent.
But if the manager later asks what I do outside work, I can mention them.
Right. You don't hide information. You sequence it.
That's a useful word. Sequence.
Very.
Now let's make it harder. Networking event.
You meet someone who works in a field you're interested in.
I work in digital marketing, mostly on social media campaigns. I'm especially interested in online communities.
Good. And then?
What about you?
Exactly. Talking about yourself doesn't mean holding the floor forever. Natural conversation is exchange.
So after 1 or 2 sentences, I can ask something back.
Right. How about you? Or what kind of work do you do? Is often enough.
Let's test a social situation.
You're at a friend's dinner. Someone asks how you know Maya.
We used to work together for about 2 years.
Then they ask what you do.
I'm in marketing. These days I mostly work on digital campaigns.
And if they ask whether you enjoy it?
Most of the time, yes. I like the creative side, although deadlines can be stressful.
Very realistic.
And I just talked about myself through follow-up questions, not one big introduction.
Exactly. That's how most real self-description happens.
So learners shouldn't only prepare one perfect opening answer.
Right. It also helps to practice follow-ups like, what do you enjoy about it? Or, how did you get into that?
How did you get into that is especially useful.
It is. It asks how you became interested or involved in something.
Let me answer. I got interested in marketing while I was studying business. After university, I started in customer service, and later I moved into digital marketing. That first experience with customers still helps me understand what people actually respond to.
That works well because the timeline is clear without becoming a full biography.
So, it's still a mini-story.
Right. Context, progression, result.
No childhood chapter.
Not unless it's relevant.
What about English learners themselves? A very common question is, why are you learning English?
That's a good one. Start with the reason, then add the result you want.
Basic. I'm learning English for work.
Clear.
More natural. I'm learning English because I work with international clients, and I want to feel more confident in meetings.
Now I understand both the reason and the goal.
I could also say, one of my main goals is to speak more naturally instead of translating everything in my head.
Yes. Or focus on an ability. I'd like to be able to explain my ideas clearly without worrying about every small mistake.
What if I want to talk about change?
Then, contrast past and present. I used to be very shy, but now I'm much more comfortable talking to new people.
I used to avoid speaking English because I was afraid of mistakes, but now I speak whenever I get the chance.
And if the change is still happening?
I'm getting better at expressing my opinions in English.
There you go.
I like that. I'm not describing a fixed version of myself anymore. I'm showing where I was, where I am, and where I'm going.
And once you can do that, there's one more skill that matters just as much. Choosing what not to say.
Privacy.
Exactly.
English lessons sometimes make learners feel they have to answer every personal question.
But you don't.
So, if someone asks about family and I don't want to discuss it?
You can keep it general. My family lives back home. Or gently redirect. My family's doing well, thanks. What about yours?
What if someone asks my age and I don't want to say?
You can smile and say, I usually keep that one private.
That's direct.
Or more lightly, I'll keep that a mystery.
Useful.
In professional situations, you can simply move back to relevant information.
So communication skill includes boundaries.
Absolutely.
Another problem. Learners sometimes think longer equals better.
It doesn't.
Let's prove it.
Give me a terrible long answer to, what do you like doing on weekends?
On Saturdays, I normally wake up at around 8:30, although sometimes I wake up at 9, and then I usually check my phone. But I'm trying not to do that, and after that I make coffee, usually black coffee, except sometimes.
I regret asking.
I'm not finished.
That's the problem.
So what's the improved version?
My weekends are pretty relaxed. I usually meet friends, go for a walk, or stay home and watch a movie.
Much easier to listen to.
And if the listener wants details, they'll ask.
What about the opposite problem? Answers that are too short.
Let's do one.
What do you do for fun?
Movies.
What kind?
All kinds.
Any favorites?
Not really.
You're difficult.
Exactly. Grammatically fine, conversationally painful.
So improve it.
I watch a lot of movies, especially thrillers and comedies. I don't really have one favorite, but I love finding something I haven't heard of before.
Now I can work with that.
Right.
So there's a sweet spot.
Yes. Enough detail to create connection. Not so much that the other person disappears.
Can we train listeners to feel that?
First, I want to see if you can feel it. Quick memory check.
No pressure.
Someone asks, where are you from?
I'm originally from Seattle, but I've been living in Chicago for a few years.
What are you like?
I'd say I'm pretty social, although I'm quieter in large groups.
Imagine you're learning Spanish and someone asks, "Why are you learning it?"
I want to travel more, and I'd like to be able to have real conversations without switching to English.
You just adapted 3 earlier patterns without me feeding them to you.
Okay, that feels different from recognizing the answer after you say it.
Exactly. Now, listeners, your turn. Answer these out loud.
Where are you from? Add one useful detail. What are you like? Give one quality plus evidence or contrast. Why are you learning English? Give a reason plus one goal. Don't copy our details. Make the structures fit your life.
That's where practice turns into usable speaking.
I think I'm ready for a harder challenge.
Good. Same person, 2 situations. First, a friend's party.
I'm from Seattle originally, but I've been living in Chicago for a few years. I work in marketing, and outside work I'm really into movies and traveling.
Why leave out your future career goal?
It feels too professional unless the conversation moves toward work.
Exactly. Now an interview for a more senior role.
I've been working in digital marketing for the past 3 years, mainly on social media campaigns and content strategy. I've gradually taken on more responsibility, and I'd like to move toward a team lead position.
Strong. And notice what you didn't say.
I'm hardworking, responsible, ambitious, creative.
Right. Your examples can show those qualities instead.
So instead of saying, I'm ambitious, I can explain the direction I want to move in.
Exactly. Show the quality when you can.
That's more convincing than a list of adjectives.
There's one more natural speaking habit I want to show you. Self-correction.
You mean fixing yourself while you're speaking?
Yes. For example, I work in sales. Well, more specifically, I manage relationships with existing customers.
So, more specifically, lets me improve my own wording.
Exactly.
I'm quite shy. Actually, shy isn't exactly the right word. I'm more reserved when I first meet people.
That's a good correction because you're choosing a more precise word. Fluent speakers do this too.
So correcting yourself doesn't mean failure.
Not at all.
What about soft disagreement? Someone says, "You seem very outgoing."
You could say, sometimes, but I wouldn't say I'm outgoing all the time. I'm actually pretty quiet in large groups.
Or if someone says, "You must love working from home?"
Mostly, yes, but I do miss having people around sometimes.
So I can agree partly without giving a simple yes or no.
Exactly. And it depends works too. I'm confident at work, but I still get nervous speaking in front of a large group.
Much more natural.
And there's another question people often struggle with.
There's one question I still hate.
Only one?
What are you good at? If I answer badly, I either sound insecure or like I'm advertising myself.
Then be specific. I'm pretty good at explaining complicated things in a simple way.
Or, I'm good at organizing trips. My friends usually make me do all the planning.
That works because there's evidence inside the answer.
And for something I'm not good at?
I've never been great at remembering names.
Softer than, I'm bad at names.
And more conversational.
Quick practice?
Go for it.
One thing I'm quite good at is explaining complicated ideas in a simple way.
Nice. That's specific enough to sound believable.
Something I'm working on at the moment is managing my time more effectively.
Good. That shows improvement without sounding negative.
I used to be very nervous in meetings, but now I'm much more comfortable sharing my ideas.
And that one clearly shows change over time.
Listeners, choose one model, change the details, and make it true for you.
Keep
it personal, not impressive. I want to test one more problem. Sounding too formal.
Go ahead.
Suppose I meet someone my age at a language exchange and say, "Good evening. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am a highly motivated individual with numerous interests."
You sound like a cover letter that became a person.
So maybe, hey, nice to meet you. I'm Alex. I work in marketing, and I've been trying to improve my Spanish lately.
Much better.
And the opposite problem? Too casual at work?
Imagine an interview starts and you say, "Hey, what's up?" So yeah, I do marketing stuff.
Not ideal.
A professional answer doesn't need to sound stiff. Sure, I've been working in marketing for about 3 years, mainly in digital campaigns.
Clear, professional, still human.
Exactly.
So register isn't about using difficult words.
Correct. It's about matching tone, detail, and directness to the relationship.
Friend, more relaxed.
Coworker, friendly but appropriate.
Manager or interview, focused and relevant.
That's the idea.
I think I can explain that without you now.
Go ahead.
When someone asks about you, don't ask, "What is the most advanced sentence I know?" Ask, "What does this person need from my answer?"
That's excellent.
At a party, they need enough information to connect.
Right.
At work, they need relevant context.
Right.
In an interview, they need a short professional story that connects your experience to the role.
You've got it.
Did I just teach part of the lesson?
You did.
Character development.
Don't ruin it.
Sorry.
Let's do one final challenge. I'm going to give you an awkward answer, and you improve it.
Ready.
I'm from Spain. I live in London. I'm a software engineer. I like football. I'm friendly.
I'm originally from Spain, but I've been living in London for 5 years. I work as a software engineer, and outside work, I'm a big football fan. I'd say I'm fairly easygoing, although I'm quiet at first.
Much smoother. You connected the facts instead of stacking them.
Next.
I am hardworking and responsible.
I'd say I'm pretty reliable. If I agree to do something, I usually make sure it gets done.
Better. You showed the quality instead of simply announcing it.
Next.
My goal is improve English.
One of my main goals is to improve my English so I can communicate more confidently with international clients.
Good grammar repair, too. My goal is to improve.
Next.
I am shy.
I'm a little reserved when I first meet people, but once I feel comfortable, I become much more talkative.
Much more precise.
And none of those answers needed extremely advanced English.
Right. They're simply more connected and more personal.
That's the heart of it.
Then, I think you're ready for the next step.
I think I'm ready for the part where you stop helping me.
I was hoping you'd say that.
That sounded suspicious.
One final real-life challenge. No explanations first. Just respond.
All right, try me.
You're at a friend's party. Someone says, "Hey, I don't think we've met. Tell me a little about yourself."
Sure, I'm Alex. I'm from Seattle originally, but I live in Chicago now. I work in marketing, and outside work I'm really into movies and traveling.
Different already. New coworker at lunch.
I've been working in digital marketing for about 3 years. I mainly focus on social media campaigns. Outside work I'm pretty social, although I also enjoy quiet weekends.
Interview for a more senior role.
I've been working in digital marketing for the past 3 years, mainly on social media campaigns and content strategy. I started in customer service, which taught me a lot about understanding customers. Over time, I've taken on more responsibility, and I'd now like to move toward a role where I can help lead projects and support a team.
You changed the answer immediately.
Because I finally stopped asking, "What's my introduction?" and started asking, "What does this person need from me?"
That's the shift.
Give me another one.
Someone you've been talking to for a while says, "So what are you actually like?"
I'd say I'm pretty social, but I'm quieter in large groups than people expect. I like planning things in advance, too.
How far in advance?
Don't say airport.
I didn't say anything.
Your face did.
Continue.
I'm also working on not overthinking small decisions.
Notice what you didn't do.
I didn't say, Friendly, organized, responsible, patient. I gave them something they could picture.
Exactly.
Okay, I can feel the difference now.
Good. Now let's see if the listeners can do the same thing.
Your turn. Build 3 versions of yourself.
First, 10 seconds. You're meeting someone casually. Give 1 or 2 details and leave an open door. Second, a new coworker or classmate. Add a little more context.
There.
Third, professional. Focus on your current situation, relevant experience, and where you'd like to go next. Don't memorize a speech. Keep a few flexible structures ready.
Give me a background example.
I'm originally from Mexico, but I've been living in Canada for the past 4 years.
Good. Now, personality.
I'd say I'm fairly organized, especially when I have a busy week.
What about personal change?
I used to be very shy, but now I'm much more comfortable talking to new people.
And something you're still improving?
One thing I'm working on is managing my time better.
That's better. Complete ideas first. Then listeners can change the details to fit their own lives.
Before we finish, Alex, one last time, tell me about yourself.
In what situation?
There it is.
Normal conversation?
Normal conversation.
I'm Alex. I'm originally from Seattle, but I've been living in Chicago for a few years. I work in digital marketing, and outside work I'm really into films and traveling. I'd say I'm pretty social, although I also enjoy having time to myself. I like planning ahead, sometimes a little too far ahead if an airport is involved.
And we've come full circle.
I knew that story was coming back.
But listen to the answer now. Background, work, interests, personality, even a small personal detail, and it still doesn't sound like a speech.
Because I'm giving you places to respond.
Exactly.
That's probably the best goal for everyone listening.
Yes. Don't create the most impressive English version of yourself. Create a clear, natural, flexible one.
And change it when the situation changes. That's where real speaking skill develops.
For today's comment practice, write one specific thing about yourself in English and develop it with a reason, contrast, or example.
Not your whole life story.
Definitely not.
And this week, use one of today's structures in a real conversation. That's the real test.
If this episode helped you, please like the video, subscribe to English Life channel, and share it with someone who's also working on their English.
Your support helps us keep making practical English lessons like this.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us.
Keep your English clear, natural, and personal.
We'll see you in the next video.
Goodbye, everyone.